YouTube. I'm back. This is Maxine. My channel is Renaissance Max, and welcome or welcome back for another video. This video I'm going to be talking about, as the thumbnail says, a bevy of basket bags, because they are so incredibly popular this year. I mean, I think they've always been popular to some extent, but this year I just feel like everybody and their mama has jumped on the basket bag bandwagon, if you will. So yeah, I want to talk about it. I want to talk about, for those who don't know, and certainly I didn't know all of this information, how it started and where we are now with the whole basket bag fascination, if you will. I don't know, is that the right word? Whatever. Anyway, and this video is going to be late because I know I've mentioned before that I aim always to get a video out by Sunday afternoon at some point. Not going to happen. I have been procrastinating all week. I knew exactly what the topic was that I wanted to talk about, and yet every single time that I got ready to get everything together and sit down and shoot the video, somebody would call. And nobody ever calls me because, you know, we're in this digital age where it's text and WhatsApp and all of the things. Nobody ever phones me, but for whatever reason, at least twice this week, somebody has called right when I was getting ready to stop procrastinating and do what I need to do, which is put this video out. And I found myself chatting away on the phone for a long time. And I did not have the heart to say, I've got something to do, which I should have done, of course, obviously. But I'm at the stage where I am being very intentional about my friendships and prioritizing my friendships, because we are all inundated with lots of things to do. We have still work, we have kids, grandkids. It's summer, so people are going away on holidays. We all are very, very busy all the time. And here, where I live, in Toronto, we are spread out like leaves on a field. Does that even make sense? I don't know. But you get where I'm going with this, right? We're all over the place. And with traffic being the way it is in this city, long story, we'll deal with that another time, but Toronto has decided to basically do all of its construction projects all at the same time. And so the traffic in the city is basura, okay? Absolute rubbish, crap, garbage. You've got to plan at least an hour, 2 hours to get almost anywhere in the city. And I live in the city. I don't live out in the burbs. And yet, so it shouldn't be such a huge deal for me to get, say, from where I am to right downtown or, you know, the center of the city. And yet it has just become a daunting task. What used to be a 15-minute drive is now at least an hour, maybe longer. And so you can just imagine, people have lost their minds. I can't ever leave the house without seeing an accident somewhere, probably because somebody's rushing or trying to cut somebody off or whatever's happening. The traffic is absolutely insane. I don't know how I got off on this traffic tangent. Tangents. But here we are. The point being that people called me and I prioritized taking the call and getting caught up with old friends who I have not spoken to for a while, and that's why the video's late. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay? So yes, let's get into it though, shall we? The basket bag. The basket bag is everywhere, and I, for one, am completely and utterly obsessed with them. I'm pretty much using a basket bag as my carry-all at least for the entire summer, for sure. And I fallen in love with a couple of basket bags, and I'm getting basket bag fever and looking at things that are way out of the price range that I would normally spend on something like that. So you know how it is. You see things and you like them and you just get caught up. But I come by my obsession, honestly, I really do. My first, I don't know if you want to call it an obsession with a basket bag. I was at my mom's wedding, okay? So when my mom married my stepfather, I was the flower girl. Well, there were a couple of flower girls. There was my sister, who was my sister from another mother, on my father's side, and she's older than me, and so she was given a certain type of flower arrangement thing to carry, and I had to carry this cute little woven basket, which, where is that basket? I don't know if I still have it. It might actually be somewhere in a trunk downstairs, but I had this little basket, and I didn't want to have the basket. I wanted to have the big girl flower arrangement thing that my sister had, and so I started howling like a banshee. I don't remember everything about it. I do remember crying incessantly and driving my mother insane. I mean, it was her wedding day, for crying out loud. And so to make me happy and shut up, she finally asked my sister just to just give her the stupid thing and switch with her so that she can, you know, stop making such a fuss and let me get on with my wedding. Which I think was 2 or 3 hours late anyways. You know how these things go. Anyway, I was like 4 or 5 at the time. So I make no excuses for my behavior. I was young. Anyway, that's my first memory of just being in love with some sort of basket or weaving or whatever. And then also, if I can find a picture, I will prop it up, but every child or baby or toddler or whatever, I think in 1960s London, England, had little cane stool that we used, I don't know for what, to be honest. I guess to stand on, to sit on, whatever. I know that one of my friends in England still has hers. I don't know if it's the original one, but we all had these little cane stools. I don't know, it's just a popular thing. And I was obsessed with that too, and I kept that well into, oh, I have no idea when I gave that up, how old I was. I know that we brought it with us when we emigrated to Canada. So I say all that to say that I've always had a particular love for things that are woven, handcrafted. I'm still like that. I like things that are hand knit. I do knit. And maybe we'll talk about that in another video, but let's try and stick to the topic, because you know how I am. Tangent. So we've covered why this video's late, and now we've talked about my obsession with cane and basket weaving and all of that stuff, which I come by naturally. Okay, so yeah, let's just talk about basket bags, and because there are the options that are out there now are just mind-blowing, right? There are so many. It's like, where do you even start? So let's start at the beginning, okay? And I'm going to put my glasses on and be looking at my phone at some point, because I'm never going to remember all of the stuff that I'm telling you about or want to talk about. But okay, so the whole art of basket weaving and so on is traced back to like ancient Egypt, right? Where baskets were, and spread of course across all continents, you know, the Americas, Asia, where baskets were used for utilitarian purposes, right? They were used to store food, whatever else you would use baskets for. All the things we still use baskets for. They didn't really become sort of like fashion accessory for a very long time. I think it was, from what I read, okay, just a little history lesson, During the 1950s, I think, is when they first became sort of a luxury type thing. But before that, see, this is why I need my notes. Before that, baskets became, I don't know if I want to call it a necessity, but they became popular during World War II in the 1940s, actually. That's because there was a leather shortage because of the war, and I guess whatever it is they needed leather for during the war. They then were not using it to make luxury handbags, or just handbags, period. And so people started carrying basket bags. And then in the 1950s, but I mean, I think it was still probably considered, very, utilitarian type thing to do, and not so much as a fashion statement or fashion accessory. In the 1950s, when people were able to go on holidays and to luxury resorts, is when it became sort of a thing, right? Mostly for the elite type of people who could actually afford to go to resorts and go on these luxury vacations, and they would take these beautiful basket bags. And then let's fast forward, because this could take all day. I could talk about this all day, not the history of it so much, but just where we are now and how much choice we have now that it's a thing. So Jane Birkin, of course, we all know who Jane Birkin is. Jane Birkin, her of the famous Birkin bag, which was named for her. Which is kind of ironic, right, when you think about it, because she became famous actually for using a basket bag as her everyday bag. And she would carry this basket bag everywhere. So red carpet events with her, then boyfriend or whatever, she would be out there with her basket bag. Very simple, very utilitarian type basket bag. She had a couple of them. They were not particularly expensive, and yet she is now known, her name, Birkin, is known for probably one of the most, if not the most exclusive and expensive bags in the world. So the irony of that. Yeah, anyway. That's how it started, basically. Jane Birkin, with her basket bag, she inspired the Birkin bag. And I'm not sure why. Basket bags, I guess, have been a thing since then, but it just seems in the last year or two that it's become even more popular amongst everybody, these basket bags. And as I said before, I come by my obsession, honestly, and I've had it since I was probably like 4 years old. So let's take a look at some of the luxury bags, because once it hits the luxury market, then everybody's like, I gotta have it. At least that's what I think. That's what I think has happened. So I'm gonna crop up some pictures, and just so I can keep track of what I'm talking about, check my phone. And I have some notes too. So there you go. But okay, let's see. You know what? Let me look at my notes. That's probably a little bit more comprehensive than the phone thing that I'm trying to do here. Okay. Yeah. So let's start with Loewe. There's a couple of them, right? There's a couple of Loewe bags. There's the puzzle foldable one, I guess, straw bag that's really up there. It's like, what is it, like $1,600, $1,400? And there's Prada. Prada has one for like $1,500. That's pretty pricey for a straw bag. But hey, if you got it like that. And then there's a YSL, and they come in at a whopping $4,000. $4,000. Okay. There's more. Gucci, there's, who else? Valentino. They've all jumped on the straw bag bandwagon and, yeah, have got some very, very pricey offerings out there. And then you get to the mid-market. In the mid-market, you've got the Cézanne. Is it Cézanne? The Cézanne. I particularly like the Justine bag. So I'll crop that up. There's also Jacquemus. Jacquemus, I don't know if you want to call that more high-end. I guess it depends on which one. The one I found was in around $560. So that's still really up there. The Cézanne that I like is 400 and change. And then after that, the one that's I'm becoming obsessed with, but I don't want to spend the money. I don't want to spend like $300 on a basket bag. I just think that's unnecessary for me. And the way my coins are set up, I do not want to spend $300 on a basket bag. But I don't know. We'll see. Birthday's coming up eventually, soon. Not that far away. A couple of months. So, you know, anything can happen. I'm just saying. Okay. But yeah, and that's the ones by All Saints. There's a couple of them. And they're right around the $299, $259, whatever, which actually translates to about $300 and something in Canadian dollars. But yeah, so cropping them up here, I'm particularly obsessed with this one. Yeah, I just really, there's just something about it. And I've seen it in real life in the store, and yeah, it's every bit as good as it looks. And it's got the thing inside, the cloth interior that you can draw shut, and I just love it. I really like the Cézanne too, though. So, I mean, there's that. And that's even more expensive. And I don't know, do these things ever go on sale? I don't know. But then you have the price range that I'm in, that I like to shop in, the orbit that I like to circle in, which is eBay, Etsy, and actually I've got something new in, and I'm sort of obsessed with that, and I've been carrying it because it's just the perfect size and a nice neutral, and it's this bag here from Temu. I've never bought anything from Temu, and I saw this bag and I thought, oh my gosh, that looks like exactly like the perfect size. And it's not even straw, it's actually like woven fabric, but it's really just the perfect size. The only thing missing really for me is the ability to be able to put this over my shoulder. But other than that, I really like it. This is so sturdy. You see the stitching on there, like it's really well built or well made. I like it. And I forget what it costs, but I want to say anywhere from between $8 and $12 maybe, so perfection. Okay, I don't need these. But yeah, I really, really like this bag. And it's very cheap. And you know how Temu is. They change their pricing all the time. It's like, oh, we found this at this price, and now it's that price, and blah, 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 whatever. So don't quote me on the price, but literally anywhere between, I think, like $8 to $15 for this bag. Whatever it is, whether it's 8 or 13 or 12 or 15, it's actually worth it. It's a really, really well constructed bag. It's quite hefty too, but because it's not so huge, it's not too hard to handle or heavy to carry, I don't think. And yeah, it doesn't have any compartments inside, but it just is the right size for, you know, all your daily things. Your phone, your wallet, I have this Zara bag that I got recently that you can just fold up, and we all need extra bags because nobody gives you bags anymore when you go and shop, right? So that's perfect for that. You know, my reading glasses, all of the things. fit in here perfectly. It's just a great little bag. I love it. Okay, so that's that. And of course, I have shown in my last video or two the other bags that I have, right? The other straw bags. Got a couple of them back here. I've shown this before too. This is almost pretty much the same size. Okay, it's a little bit smaller. This one that I got from Zara, and I got this from Zara, oh, I want to say, oh, a good 3 years ago at least. This one does have a shoulder or crossbody strap, so there's that. And it also has, I've shown this before, but just to reiterate, okay? And it also has attached this little cloth interior that you can pull the drawstrings closed, and that's so handy and cute, and I love it. And I forget what I paid for it, but probably in the 20 some, you know, it was probably on, I got it on sale, I want to say like $25.99, so still a great deal. Okay, and I've also shown my other one that I have, and I've been really carrying this. Before I got the Temu one, I was carrying this all over the place, and this one, which is really cute, and has the khaki colored, olive colored leather at the top and for the straps. And this one, just slightly looser weave, I got on eBay, of course, from Banana Republic. I'll just show you it again in case it's your first time here and you didn't see my last video. You should go back and watch it, though, for sure. And was it my last one or the one before? Whatever, just watch all of them. They're all really good. Because it's just me talking, you know. Okay, so it's got this really, really cute black and white polka dot interior and an extra pocket in here for you to put your whatever you need to put in there. Okay, so yeah, this is my real sort of go-to when I need to lug around a lot of things. So those are my basket bags, and of course, you know, I have a pièce de résistance as always, and that is, and I've shown this quite a few times, certainly in my YSL Mombasa handbag collection video. Again, woven raffia cloth. What is this? With the leather and the horn, buffalo horn handle. So yeah, and this is a really good size too. And this is my absolute, I would love to get this in the natural color as well, but the prices are really, really pricing right now. I got this bag in, I want to say the early to mid 2000s for $99. 99 US dollars. I know, isn't it crazy? But now, what are they? Anywhere from $7 and change up to, I want to say $1,000 for sure, or maybe even slightly more, depending on where you get it. And I talked about this in my video where I showed my collection. If you want to call it a collection, it's like 4 or 5 bags. Okay, so yeah, that's my pièce de résistance for this video. But yeah, so I just wanted to do a short, quick, little basket bag type video to show you just what's out there, what I have and what's out there. And I want to crop up just a few images too of other bags that are out there that are reasonable, because I don't feel like anybody has to spend $400 to $1,000 or $4,000 on a straw bag. There are so many beautiful hand-woven bags out there on eBay, Etsy, for sure Amazon, right? If you're still shopping on there. Amazon, and I showed you the one I got on Temu. There was another one that I got on Temu that's a little, I'm not even showing it because it was a real Temu find, if you get my drift. And more suitable, I think, for a small child. Have you seen those videos where people are like, oh, that must have come from Temu because it's like, you know, miniature size. Yeah, that's kind of what that was like. But yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We live and we learn. And we did get a bag that we really, really like, and that's very useful. But yeah, I'm gonna crop up some pictures of some other bags that are really quite reasonable, really very beautiful, hand-woven bags, and they're, you know, under $100 for sure. So yeah, even though, like I said, I'm still holding out hope for maybe the All Saints. Maybe it'll go on sale. Who knows? Who knows? We live in hope. Okay. So yeah, that's it, my darlings. I am just doing a very quick, short, to the point video. I so admire people like the Chic City Girl, who will come on and give just a wealth of information in 9 to 12 minutes or 9 to 15 minutes. I don't know how she does it, but I'm trying to get there. And we're working on it. But I mean, you know, I don't know, the tangents, that's just part of who I am. What can I tell you? Okay, anyway, that's it. That's my video for this week. If you stayed with me this whole time, I so appreciate you. And actually, while I have you, I finally got around to looking at the, you know, traction, I guess, of my previous videos, and finally got around to answering some of the comments on my video, particularly the Coach Bag video. And can I just say how much I totally appreciate each and every one of you that made a comment. I was so thrilled. Oh my God, I got engagement! Like, you were all so wonderful, and I loved your comments, and yeah, please keep coming back. I was so thrilled with that, and it makes me so excited. So I'm going to keep showing up, because I'm really showing up for me, but I'm showing up for you guys too, because you know what? Thank you so much. I'm just so chuffed. That's so wonderful. But anyway, yeah, thank you. I know I'm all over the place today, but yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your comments. Please keep showing up. I'm going to keep showing up because if you come back, I'm going to come back and we'll talk about some other stuff. Whatever it is I get up to. But thank you. Thank you for sticking with me throughout this video that was kind of all over the place and a bit rushed. And because I'm hungry and I'm actually going out to eat. So, or I'm going to go, well, when I say out to eat, I'm going to go get some takeout. So yeah, thanks for sticking with me. Please come back again. If you come back, I'll come back. And please remember to give me a thumbs up. So like, share, subscribe, comment, all the things. And I will see you again in my next video next week. And we're going to try and be on time. But you know what? If it's not on Sunday, it'll be out on Monday. For sure, okay? Thank you. Come back again. Have a wonderful week, YouTube friends and family. And yeah, thank you for all your comments and your kind words. I am humbled and I feel blessed, and yeah, just thank you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.